Hello, team. I'm excited to walk through the Literacy Action Plan the CNA team and I created together this spring. Over the next few minutes, I'll explain why we're making a shift, what the new resources and professional learning opportunities look like, and most importantly, how the plan supports the excellent work you are already doing for our students. Our winter Acadian screening showed that 64% of our kindergarten through third grade students are not yet reading on benchmark. I want to be clear that I do not believe that this is a reflection of your effort. It's a signal that our materials and our collective approach need to match the science more closely. National data tell the same story, so we are not alone, but we do have the power to make a change. Our goal is to move that proficiency line from 36 to 85% by next spring, giving another 120 of our students full access to grade level content. Our vision is that every child, regardless of background, receives clear, systematic instruction and meaningful practice every single day. To keep us focused, we've set two measurable targets. At least 85% of our kindergarten through third grade students reading on or above benchmark by May of 2026, and a 40% reduction in Tier 2 pull-ups, which will allow intervention time to be used far more strategically. The plan is anchored in three research pillars. First, schools that adopt structured, knowledge rich curricula and pair them with ongoing coaching see the biggest reading gains. Second, explicit systematic phonics remains essential for decoding. It isn't flashy, but it works. Third, John Hattie's meta analysis shows collective teacher efficacy, our shared belief that we can move achievement as the largest lever we have. Building that efficacy is a central part of the work. Our curriculum and needs assessment team chose open court reading because it offers explicit routines, coherent content knowledge, and strong support for multilingual learners. Foundations will remain our daily phonics program, so students get consistent practice. Assessments, including Acadience, math, and core phonics, are staying in place so we can measure progress with tools that you already know. Materials alone don't change student outcomes, you do. This summer, every teacher will receive the vendor training from Open Court, and then you'll choose one of the three deeper learning paths, Letters or in Gillingham, or the Reading League Academy. Choice was important to the CNA team because each of you brings unique strengths and interests. This also allows for flexibility. The CNA team will also attend the Instructional Coaching Institute so that coaching remains in-house and responsive to your needs. Here's what to expect. During March and April, we finalize orders and schedules. Materials are arriving in May. From early June through August, you'll complete training modules on a flexible timeline, and we'll gather for 2 on-site workshops. Implementation starts the first week of school, with monthly data meetings built into our schedules. Mid-year and end-of-year benchmarks will give us formal checkpoints, and we'll review everything together next June. Funding for this work, $90,000 coming from our Title I fund, covers curriculum materials, professional development, and coaching certifications. There is no expectation that you would purchase additional resources out of pocket. Sub-coverage for training days is also included, and digital supports will remain free or district provided. Twice each month, I'll join our instructional coach for short walkthroughs focused on actionable feedback. These are not compliance checks. Monthly CNA meetings will follow clear decision rules so we can respond quickly to student data. If a class shows slower growth, we'll add a coaching cycle and collaborate on targeted strategies. Lesson plan audits aim for at least 90% of lessons to include explicit modeling, guided practice, informative texts. We'll continue progress monitoring every 4 to 6 weeks. Benchmark assessments will stay in December and May. I will continue sending Google surveys to gather information from staff, family, and students. And coaching logs will document the fidelity so we can connect instructional moves to student growth. When we hit our targets, roughly 120 more students will leave third grade reading on level, which research shows raises graduation odds and future earnings. Fewer Tier 2 polls mean intervention staff can focus on enrichment and extension. Perhaps just as important will build a shared professional language and confidence around the science of reading. You will receive a brief update each month in the Friday newsletter, and we'll use a data wall in the lounge so progress is visible. Parent literacy nights in the fall and spring will showcase what students are learning and how families can help at home. Immediately after this meeting, I will be emailing the PD sign-up form. Please select your preferred pathway by next Friday so we can finalize schedules. Here you'll see the references listed for transparency and for anyone who wants to dig deeper into the research that has informed our decisions. Thank you for all that you do. This plan builds on your own expertise and dedication. Together, we will make reading a success and it will become the norm at Lyman Elementary.